It seems like the high-profile bromance between Elon Musk and Donald Trump may have come to an end, with the world's richest man and America's most powerful leader getting into a dramatic spat. Now, what began as a quiet disagreement behind closed doors has now exploded into a very public and bitter spat over the big, beautiful bill, a sweeping economic package that Elon Musk has vehemently opposed. Musk has accused President Donald Trump of being named in the sealed Jeffrey Epstein files, claiming that's the real reason they have never been fully released. Trump accused Musk of being upset over cuts to EV mandate and insisted Tesla CEO was made fully aware of every detail before it was passed. Trump also took a jibe at the former allies, including Musk, suggesting those who left his circle only did so later to badmouth him. But Elon Musk has also fired back, claiming that Trump would have lost the polls without him, accusing the former president of ingratitude. Musk didn't mince words, calling the legislation the big, ugly bill and warning that it could bankrupt America if not fixed. Musk has also said that he would decommission the Dragon, this after Trump threatened to end government subsidies and contracts. Tesla shares went into a free fall on Thursday as Trump feuded with Elon Musk. Tesla shares ended the day down 14%, wiping off $150 billion in market value.
Well, look, you know, I've always liked Elon, and it's always very surprised. You saw the words he had for me, the words of, and he hasn't said anything about me that's bad. I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill, because the bill is incredible. It's the biggest cut in the history of our country. We've never cut. It's about 1.6 trillion in cuts. It's the biggest tax cut. You would say, people's taxes will go way down, but it's the biggest tax cut in history. It's we are doing things in that bill that are unbelievable. And when you look at what we're doing for small businesses, for people, for middle-income people, all of the things that we're doing, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And, you know, Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, and, you know, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. And, you know, they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles. And they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And, you know, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. That's been, I would say, JD, that hasn't changed. That's been right from the beginning, Mr. Secretary, that hasn't changed at all, right from the beginning. But I know that disturbed him. He wanted, and rightfully, you know, he recommended somebody from, that he, I guess, knew very well. I'm sure he respected him, but to run NASA, and I didn't think it was appropriate. And he happened to be a Democrat, like totally Democrat. And I say, you know, look, we won. We get certain privileges, and one of the privileges, we don't have to appoint a Democrat. NASA is very important. We have great people. General Kane is going to be picking somebody with our, we'll be checking him out, seeing, but he wanted that person, a certain person, and we said no. And, you know, I can understand why he's upset. Remember, he was here for a long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk, and even with the black eye, I said, do you want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup. But he said, no, I don't think so, which is interesting and very nice. He wants to be who he is, so you could make that statement too, I guess. Look, Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer, said the best things. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. And I am right about the great, big, beautiful bill. We call it a great, big, beautiful bill because that's what it is. And again, biggest tax cuts in history, biggest economic development moves anywhere. We've never done anything like it. Business is spurred. And I don't know if you've seen the numbers, but the numbers came out. Even the CBO, which is run by Democrats, said that we're going to be doing, you know, I'd like you to discuss it, the 2.8 trillion that CBO, this is a group of people that are Democrats. They're very hostile to us.
Well, as tensions escalate, let's now bring in Pranay Upadhyay, editor, India Today Global, into the very conversation as he joins us on the bulletin. Pranay, we have been keeping a close watch as to all that's developed so far. But let's also talk about how the upcoming days look like. What do they have in store? What are we expecting from this point onward in this escalation, in this war of words that's panned out between these two?
Uh, Shreya, this is just a beginning. This is what we can say right now, because once cozy bromance has turned out to be a bare knuckle fight between these two individuals, and this clearly shows that this is a classic case that when ego collides, then gloves go off, and the way Donald Trump and Elon Musk have traded allegations, have traded jibes on each other using social media platform. This is all happening in full public glare. Once, not long ago, they have been praising each other. They have been going around together. They have been standing alongside each other. But now they are fighting against each other, and that to be via social media, via their statement, and choices of words have been hurled on each other. So this clearly shows that there is more than what meeting the eyes. This is not about a bill alone. This can't be a bill alone, which actually induced differences between these two individuals. Because on one side, there's the most powerful politician on the planet, and on the other side, there's the richest man on the earth. When they are fighting, they have all the resources to fight. So it is going to be a very bad, very ugly. And this is quite visible, what happened in last 12 hours, that they have hurled choices of words against each other. Musk has raised the Epstein file issue, where the allegations have been leveled against President Donald Trump, where the minor girls, the sexual abuse cases were there. And he has asked. Also, Musk has asked. He started to garnering support for having another political party. I don't know whether he's serious about floating another political party, or he's just trying to hit out at President Donald Trump. And on the other side, President Donald Trump, you heard him. You played his soundbite of yesterday's Oval Office presser. There he said that I don't know why Musk, who used to say all good things about me, how he turned hostile, why he's calling out names, but but definitely this is going to be and even later on in a social media post, President Donald Trump called Elon Musk crazy. And you could make out where he tried to allude that Musk was trying to get the financial benefits. He wanted to get his people appointed within the administration. So definitely he was trying to put him in a dock, that he was trying to get benefit for his own financial interests, for his own personal interests. And that's why these were the seeds of seeds of differences where the relationship went sour.
Right, Pranay. Interesting developments for sure.